Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there are a couple of tweets and statements that I want us to discuss from COSTA'S end. You know, there are some transfers that come with some sort of controversy. So we want to read what COSTA'S has to say with his beloved and cherished player leaving the club. Now, he made two statements, and courtesy Fabrizio Romano, we've come to learn about it. All right. So, COSTA'S, I said, made two statements. We are going to read them one after the other. This is the first one. Enzo Fernandez did not want to stay at Benfica. He did not give us any chance. I did my best. I am sad, but I'm not going to cry for a player who didn't want to stay. When Chelsea arrived, it was really impossible to change his mind. First of all, before I delve deep into the statement itself, I want to talk about the biggest irony out of this. Look, you said you are not going to cry, but why are you sad? It's ironic. You are not going to cry that a player does not want to stay with you, but you are sad at the same time. I'm confused. How does that work? But anyways, that is his feeling. Look, if you want to let out your feelings, just let it out. COSTA'S, you tried your possible best. You tried to tie Chelsea's hand so that they'll be unable to buy Enzo Fernandez this January. We understand that. It pained you that it didn't work out the way you have planned it. We've seen it. Just don't hide it. It pains you. If it pains you, just say it pains you. Don't tell me that you are sad for something. But it's kind of interesting. You see, his statement that he says that Enzo Fernandez does not want to stay is true. It is 100% true. He did not give them any chance. But who was responsible for that? He did not want to stay only when Chelsea made their interest for the player known, public, that we want you, so come and play for us. That is when his mind changed. So it is Chelsea. Don't blame the player. When a player gets, say, an invitation or a business entity or a club comes to him and he finds what they are proposing to him attractive, definitely he's going to go to that club. So for that, I get his point, but that is how it is. That is how the game is. He could love Benfica all he wants, but at the end of the day, this man is thinking about his career. So let's understand this. Now, COSTA'S said something that was kind of insightful. Now, during the agreement, you see, when Chelsea were going back and forth with Benfica, according to COSTA'S statement, it reveals a lot of things about how the deal was supposed to be structured, in his opinion. This is what he says. During the deadline day, we found an agreement to sell Enzo to Chelsea in the summer, but he didn't want to stay. At that point, I said, he can't play for Benfica anymore. No way. I don't cry for players who don't want to wear our shirt. Good. So what they wanted to do here was, Chelsea, we are going to give you the player in the summer. So what it would mean is Chelsea would have bought the player, but would have sent him out on loan to Benfica so that he finishes the rest of the season. Then in the summer, they can go for him and he becomes a Chelsea player. But what made it impossible for that to happen was, as I said, the constant, Enzo. He insisted he wanted to leave. So that is why it didn't work out the way COSTA'S had hoped that it would work out. Fine. But again, COSTA'S, we understand that you are pained. You cannot tell us that no. This is interesting. He says what? I said he can't play for Benfica. If he cannot play for Benfica anymore, why did you drag this whole agreement something like this till the last day or the final day? You wanted him to stay. That is why you wanted to do that. So to come in here and come and tell us that, such a player who does not want to play for the shirt, play for the badge, cannot. No, you should have get rid of him by now. He shouldn't have been dragged this long till deadline day before you come and complain. So, as I said, look, Rui Costa is hurting. He's sad. It pains him that Enzo Fernandez has left. If it wasn't for that, he's not going to release such a very lengthy statement to come and explain what happened or what went on. It's not good. I think it's degrading on the image of the player. Because, as I would say, the player hasn't done anything. It's the club that has approached him. And the club says they are going to treat him better than you. And he wanted that. Why? You don't want him to live a life? Of course. So, that is the issue. You get the point. Good. So, now, away from this statement, there were a few things that a lot of people said, which I found interesting. I believe in one of the statements or in one of the tweets that Fabrizio Romano put out, there were certain comments that I found so interesting. I wished I could have brought those to you, but I don't have them readily available. Now, some were saying that Enzo Fernandez's decision to leave Benfica was kind of rash. The reason, Chelsea right now are not playing well. They are not doing too good. They are 10th. Benfica have the opportunity to win their league. And they're also doing well in the Champions League. So why would you leave a place where footballing-wise they are successful and come to a place that is struggling? That sentiment it's reasonable. It makes sense. But this is where a lot of people are mistaken. When players come to clubs, okay, or choose to sign for certain clubs, they have a whole lot of reasons why they want to join it. First of all, okay, let's say it is true for footballing reasons, Enzo Fernandez shouldn't have come. Now, let's take this season as an example. Or let's take Chelsea as an example. Let's take Benfica as an example. Chelsea, throughout the decades, have been a very successful club. Let's not kid ourselves. It's true. So if they go one season where they've not been doing well, it does not automatically erase whatever successes they've chalked in the past seasons. It does not do that. Okay? And there's a high potential that Chelsea would go back to the elite status. So if Enzo Fernandez says, I want to forgo Benfica for now, let me join Chelsea, he's not misplaced his future. I think he's on the right course. Okay? So for me, I think what Chelsea did so well was to sell the project. Now, I'm sure Chelsea would have said that, look, you're a bright talent. You deserve to be achieving a lot of things. You need to have a very appetizing CV. You have very young players who are of similar age as you or even younger. They are very good. You see, we saw what Mudryk did against Liverpool. A very good player. You have Noni Madueke. You have Chukwuemeka. You have Joao Felix. It's possible to sign him on a permanent. Very soon we'll be having players, some world-class players being brought back. You have an opportunity to play with, say, N'Golo Kante in midfield. You have an opportunity to play with Kovacic. See all these things. If you think about what we have there right now, don't you think that it would be best for you to join our club? Of course. You understand the point. So the project was good. Chelsea would pay a better salary than Benfica. I was hearing reports that Enzo Fernandez was earning around £2 million at Benfica, and Chelsea will be paying around £5 million. That is what the reports are saying. But if I look at the amount of money Chelsea had to pay to just sign Benfica alone, the transfer fee, I would kind of doubt that £5 million is how much you're going to pay him as salary. Who knows? Maybe it could be true, maybe it could not. But his agent might have looked at this as an opportunity to make money for himself. Enzo Fernandez will feel that, well, the amount of money being paid to him is well deserved, looking at the fact that he's become a World Cup winner. You see? So he would accept it. Now, if he comes to the Premier League as well, he's going to have a lot more hype because a lot of people watch the Premier League. You see, So for the fact that he's going to grab attention would be the reason why he was lured to Chelsea Football Club. And as I already said, Chelsea Football Club is a global brand. If you ask anybody who Benfica is, I think a few people would know Benfica. No, to even test out if a club is even a global brand, you ask kids or ask women who are not interested in football and ask them if they know what Benfica is. I can assure you that 85 to 90% of these men who are they, right? But if you talk about Chelsea, even those who are not interested in football know what Chelsea is. So that brand alone being attached to you, it's a whole different thing altogether. Now, I can give an example. Look at Thomas Partey like this. When he was coming from Atletico, I was thinking, look, Arsenal are interested in you, but there are better clubs that would provide you with some sort of structure when it comes to football. Arsenal were not doing well for a very long time. Okay, before Partey came in, they finished 8th. And when Partey came in, they also finished 8th that very season. But Partey never mind as to what state Arsenal was. Because a lot of players have egos. They believe that they have the ability to turn the fortunes of teams around. I understand. I completely understand that 100%. Okay. Arsenal also paid better money. So definitely he's going to go there. And Arsenal is a global brand. So he definitely wants to attach himself to such a brand. It's like that everywhere. You see? So with all these reasons, I can say that this perhaps might be the reason why Enzo Fernandez might have left Benfica. And not just because of the footballing aspect of things. Because if it were just for the footballing aspect of things, I'm not sure that certain clubs would have even gotten world-class players by now. Like Ozil to Arsenal. Why should Ozil choose Arsenal? You get the point. So that is how it is. So yeah, this is why I bring my video to an end. Rui Costa wants to stir up some sort of controversy here. I want to know your thoughts and feelings on his statement. And if you also agree with me on the motivations of Enzo Fernandez to join Chelsea, you can leave a like, you can leave a comment as well. If you disagree with me, you can also leave it there. Why you also disagree with me. Until next time, take care.